Welcome back to the kitchen. What are we going to make today, Winnie?
Pasta, gluten-free and vegan.
What? Gluten-free and vegan. So, we're playing with the PomPom Paddock Cauliflower Flour again. And because it reacts like normal flour, we're going to give it a try, this gluten-free vegan pasta.
And we have some olive oil here.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of water. So you can make an egg pasta, but this is a lot simpler, a lot more basic, and it's still going to work. We're going to put a little bit of pinch of salt in the flour. So I've got about a cup of the cauliflower mix in there, and I've got about 60 mils of water and just under a tablespoon of a couple of teaspoons of oil. So the good thing with pasta is like you can add a little bit more flour if it's a bit wet, or a little bit more liquid if it's a bit dry, so there's not too much of a set recipe.
I put some.
Did you put some salt in there?
Yeah,
okay. Awesome. All right, do you want to put that in? And then what I want you to do, we'll make a little well in the middle. Yeah. So you could do this on the bench if you wanted to, which is quite traditional if you wanted to make it on the bench, but just when you're playing with your kids, it can be a little bit safer to do it in a bowl. So pour that in. Just pour it in the middle. Yep. Alright, now get this and just slowly mix. I'll show you a little bit. Slowly mix. So mix from the middle and slowly bring in the flour from around the outside, and you can turn the bowl a bit as you're doing it. Hold the bowl to its go. Mix, mix. Okay, now we're going to use our hands. So you can use your hands, and we might even tip it onto the bench now. I'll show you. Ready? Watch out, baby girl. Okay, wait. And let me just bring it together in the bowl, and then I'll put it on the bench and you can knead it like bread, okay?
Okay.
So this is a good fun one. Again, if they're going to play with something, may as well play with the food. And this is just, let's bring it together. Bench and give it a little knead. I'll give you a little hand, baby girl. Good work. So let's see if this works.
So you put a little bit more salt in.
No, I think it's good. I might just pull something else. I might have to make something different, maybe.
You don't want to wake up and get it with a little there.
No. Let's just see how we go.
It's going to be Play-Doh.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to add a little mix to it. Is the cupcake ready?
I'll check on it. Let's let this rest, and we'll see.
I already do it. Put it in the oven for 1 minute, and then take it out.
We're going to let that rest for about 20 minutes at least, and then we'll come back and see how we go with the rolling. It's been about an hour and a half now. You could do it overnight, it's fine. And then I've given it another little knead. So it doesn't have the gluten in it, which a normal pasta dough would, so it does react a little bit differently. So all I've had to change there is and I don't have a pasta roller here, so I'm just hand rolling it. And I'm just making just shorter lengths. So, and I cut into funny shapes. The kids love it. They can pick it up with their fork, nice and easy. And we'll probably have it for our lunch as well. So all I'm going to do is just show you, it's more about this, but just going to show you a little, just with a little pesto without the parmesan, just a little herb puree, basil, some olive oil, some garlic in there, and a little bit of baby spinach. So a nice simple dish. You could throw olives in there, you could throw, you could do a tomato one, whatever, but just I like the nice simple herby, oily, garlicky one. So use a nice amount of flour to roll it in, so you're not going to get any stickage. So just some lightly salted water. Pasta's going to go in, and we'll just cook that for about 2 minutes, and then we'll check it. What I've done, a fun way to kind of wilt your spinach is I just put that in the colander, some baby spinach, and as I pour over this pasta, it obviously just wilts the spinach down. Just got a plate, and I'm just going to pour the pasta, spinach, onto there. A little bit of pepper. We love lemon with our pesto pasta in this house. So do a little bit of lemon, a little bit of salt, and just a touch more olive oil. Alright, and I got some of that water from the pasta in there. Toss that all around. That is a beautiful plate of cauliflower, spinach pesto pasta.